Pretty much most of us can say that we've been through a major crisis or life event that has either hurt us, broken our trust, or scarred us in some way, shape, or form. This may have taken you years to overcome, and with some might not even have fully recovered from those events. And with life and work being as busy and demanding as ever, and with new problems and challenges rising to meet us on a seemingly daily basis, it is of utmost importance that we learn to deal with those struggles, trials, setbacks, and obstacles that face us if we want to live a fulfilling and happy life. So in order to overcome these obstacles of life, we need to learn to become more resilient, to cultivate the ability to bounce back from hardship, and to foster a strong mental toughness. So in this video, I want to go over 9 ways to foster resilience in order to better prepare us for the trials and stresses that will undoubtedly come our way. Number 1. Physical well-being by exercising, eating healthily, and resting enough. When you take care of the basics like body, mind, and rest, you are in a better position to tackle the things that life will throw at you. Therefore, you're better prepared to be resilient. Make sure that you get adequate amount of rest. I recently made a video on how to sleep more productively. You can check it out if you want to maximize how you sleep. Make sure that you're eating healthily and enough, drinking enough water for your body type and needs to make sure that you're well nourished. This will aid in mental clarity, making sure that you're exercising enough in order to maintain a healthy body. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking." So it is important to make sure that we are taking care of all aspects of body and mind if we want to cultivate resilience. Number 2. Cultivating focus and clear mind for tackling obstacles. To go deeper into having a strong mental fortitude, we need to discern what is it that will give us a calm mind and a mind ready to be resilient. Meditation can help you build the habit of focus by taking a few minutes to just focus on your breathing. Whenever you feel your thoughts starting to drift, bring it back to focusing just on your breathing. This helps you strengthen your ability to focus on a singular task, giving you more mental clarity during the day. Both of which will help you to become more resilient in all aspects of life. You do not have to meditate. You can do another activity like walking or stretching, etc. Anything where you can focus on that one thing for a set period of time, which also helps you to de-stress and helps you to build mental clarity. When you have more mental clarity, you are able to make better decisions and not be overwhelmed when things come your way that may test your resolve and resilience. Spending time in nature is a great way to de-stress. It gives you the space to think clearly and helps you to gain a different perspective. From zooming out of your problems, we can see how small they are in the grand scheme of the world and the entirety of your life. By being in nature, it helps you to have that time to think and gain that different perspective. Number 3. Measure you against you. It is no good measuring yourself against others, as the ceiling is literally endless. If you measure yourself to others, you'll never run out of people to measure yourself against. Thus, you will always feel inadequate, insecure, and a whole host of other bad emotions associated with measuring yourself against others. The only person you need to measure yourself against is you. Are you better than the version of yourself from yesterday? Are you actively seeking to improve, and how are you measuring that improvement? Or how are you holding yourself accountable to yourself? Every day you should put that day up for review, as the Stoics would say, and reflect on that day. How did you act? Did you do all that you could do? Did you concentrate and focus on everything that you needed to? Did you act in accordance with your values and morals? Did you take the daily steps necessary to get you to your goals? It is uncomfortable to do, but it is necessary if you want to improve and become a better version of yourself, and thus as a result, more resilient. The more aware you are of how you are performing and where you are en route to your goals, the better decisions you can make in the moment to get to your goals quicker and minimize confusion in the process, thereby creating more mental clarity and preparing you for hardship. Number 4. Practicing coping with the small things so that you can cope with the big things. The compound effect of any habit is doing small steps now to have big effects later on. When you start going to the gym, you do not start with the heaviest weight. You start small and then you build up. So too is it with building the muscle of mental fortitude and resilience. There's a verse that goes, "If you are faithful in the little things, you will be faithful in the large ones." But if you are dishonest in the little things, you won't be honest with the greater responsibilities. The small things can be seen as power-ups, helping you to grow and be more prepared for the bigger problems that might come into your future. See these small obstacles as a challenge to overcome and an opportunity to grow and learn. From that, you'll become more resilient and more confident in your ability to handle the situations and circumstances that may arise in your future. Number 5. Make regular notes on your strengths, weaknesses, values, morals, visions and goals. Essentially, what makes you you. Write down your strengths and weaknesses, values and morals. Positive self-talk and becoming secure in who you are and what you stand for is crucial, so that you are not shaken when things do not go your way or obstacles arise. For you know who you are, what you are capable of, and what you stand for. Once you are aware of that and become secure and clear on that, then you will be better able to internalize those obstacles that come your way and navigate those situations. As you know your strengths, weaknesses, values and morals, you're therefore better able and more informed to make decisions based on that knowledge. Number 6. Spend time in solitude. As Seneca said, the primary indication of a well-ordered mind is a man's ability to remain in one place and linger in his own company. Being able to spend time in solitude and think and reflect on your life will help you to be able to re-evaluate and affirm to yourself what it is you truly want out of your life. Spending time alone and with your thoughts will help you to have more mental clarity, as you're focusing on becoming more clear on the things that matter and are removed from distractions. Spending time in solitude will help you to build the ability to remain focused and distraction-free, an ability necessary to become more resilient and to do hard things. When we become comfortable spending focused time alone on the right things, cultivating mental clarity, we are sharpening our mental toughness and thus preparing ourselves for hardship. Studies have shown that people who are comfortable in being in solitude are likely to be more happy, experience lower levels of stress, and less likely to experience depression than others. The more you can detach yourself from external sources of influence and validation, the more you will become confident and comfortable in yourself and your own uniqueness. But this should be done in small doses. This is not an excuse to retract from society and disassociate from life in general. Number 7. Change your perspective about situations. Every day is a new opportunity to practice building resilience. Use your life, the people that anger and frustrate you, as training grounds to build wisdom, patience, grace, and resilience. When you are entering a situation that is testing you, ask yourself why it is that you feel the way you do. You can learn from that experience, and then in the future, similar situations will not irritate you as much. When you view life as a teacher, you are open to learn from all situations, circumstances, and from everyone. Then you will grow exponentially and become more resilient as you mature and grow every day. Two people can go through the same situation and the same circumstances, one being scarred, hurt and worse off, and the other one becoming more resilient, more emotionally strong and better off. A lot of that is to do with our self-talk and perspective we have going through those situations. Create more and consume less. It is becoming more and more easy to consume in today's society, where we have social media and amazing content at the tap of a screen. It's much easier to default to becoming part of those that consume instead of making the active decision to become part of those that create. Creating content has many benefits. You learn and you grow as a person as you try and experiment as you create. You learn new skills, and as you learn and grow, you become more capable, a more well-rounded person, and as a result, you will start to build more confidence in yourself. When you become more competent in the skills you develop as you create more and consume less, you start to take pleasure in the skills that you've mastered, and this joy and pleasure that you feel from mastering a skill feeds back into your identity and mental resolve. Creating something and putting it out there into the world requires you to have some degree of mental toughness and fortitude. It is difficult to do, and if you decide to do it, you will grow as a person and in your resilience. Number 9. Never play the victim. This goes back to the Stoic principle of recognizing what is in your control and recognizing what is not. When you do this, you cannot feel like a victim, because you know what is up to you, what you can influence and change, and the rest is not up to you, so why bother feeling like a victim over it? You cannot change what is beyond your power, so only focus on what is. If you go around life believing that you are a victim in whatever area you decide, you will probably have a bad life filled with a lot of self-imposed suffering. Take responsibility for your own life and all its situations and circumstances. It is the only way to rise above the situations you may find yourself in. If you play the victim, you cannot build mental fortitude, as you are assigning blame on others and electing to disassociate yourself from your responsibility, which is part of building mental fortitude. When you play the victim, you are essentially rejecting the control and responsibility of your own life in that moment. We need that sense of responsibility and taking ownership for our own lives to move forward and make any reasonable contribution or progress to our own lives. A book I'd highly recommend you read to build your resilience is a book called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. I hope that these tips and tools for cultivating resilience will be helpful to you, and that by implementing these tips into your life, you are better prepared to handle the situations that life will undoubtedly throw at you, and therefore become stronger because of it. And as a result, you'll be able to live a more happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. If you liked this video, be sure to like it below so hopefully more people can see it and hopefully it helps them as well. Until next time guys, bye bye.